Well, I'm in Kenosha, Wisconsin, and it was quite an eventful drive. It took an hour and a half to loop around downtown Chicago from where I entered on the east side and then did the loop and came out on the west. And then came up Highway 41 to where it meets with Interstate 94, because out of Illinois into Wisconsin, or just south of Wisconsin, the 94 is a toll road. And my sister advised me that those tolls were pretty steep and that none of their toll passes worked on it. So I just decided to go Highway 41, and now we're back on the interstate. But the highway road was way better than the interstate road has been, just about the whole drive. So anyway, we're coming into the Love's travel stop, and that's where we're going to spend the night tonight. We'll get some sleep, and then we'll start off early in the morning. I'm sure that this weekend wants to eat, and so do I, because the last time I ate was lunch with my daughter. So anyway, we're going to be pulling into Love's here in about 23 miles, and luckily that 10 gallons of gas, that $40 worth of gas that I dumped in the tank, got me here. So pretty cool. It lasted a while, and I'm glad, because it was super expensive. It's $4. I mean, diesel is cheaper than gasoline in northern Illinois. The diesel was $3.79. Gasoline was between $4.19 and $4.29. So big difference. Normally diesel is more expensive than gas, but I guess not in Illinois. Anyway, I'll check in with y'all tomorrow. Where's the address in here? Where we're going next?
We were at the Love's, and we were going to stop and get some rest, but it was just not going to happen. It was too brightly lit, and there was just too much noise going on. Plus, we got in the trailer, and the trailer, our road mode was devastation. We couldn't even move around in there, so we decided that we would get back on the road. And once we did, we just put in our next destination, which was going to be Wisconsin Dells, and that's where we headed. Along the way, we found ourselves a rest stop to sleep at outside the Dells, and the rest is history.
Continue on the current route. Please make a legal U-turn, if possible, onto West Ryan Road. Well, we stopped at a Love's, thinking we were going to get some sleep there, but there were a couple of RVs that had their generators running, people playing music really loud, so there was just no way we were going to sleep there. So we're going to move on down the road, pull in at a rest area, and then I'm going to rearrange the stuff in the back so that I can lay down in the back seat because the camper was too hot. We tried in there and it was just too hot because I don't have the right solar controller, so I can't flip to my lithium batteries. And even if I was on my lithium batteries, I wouldn't be able to run the air conditioner. But I could have plugged in the fan and run it, but it was just too hot in the trailer for us to sleep in that. So I'm going to have to rearrange things in the back so that we can sleep in the back seat. And that'd be okay, because when I don't have shore power to plug into, we're kind of stranded. Okay, well, we found a rest stop outside of Wisconsin Dells, so that's where we were able to pull over, and luckily we found a spot between a car hauler and a Walmart truck. So anyway, we're going to be getting back on the road, and I'll be checking in with you. Well, we just stopped for gas at Sparta, the bicycling capital of the world. And the reason we stopped there is because the gas was priced like an angel number, 333. So it was like, okay, 333 a gallon, that seems like an angel number to me, and I believe in the power of 3, so so we stopped there and got gas, and so it was a whole lot cheaper than $4.29 a gallon, that's for sure. It's interesting the difference between Wisconsin and Illinois, but Wisconsin hasn't been that cheap or inexpensive until I got to the middle of the state. On the edges, I guess, where all the tourist sites and everything are, the gas is a little more expensive. And this is the first stop that I stopped since I got outside of, I don't know, probably Kentucky, that gas has been cheaper than diesel. So that's kind of interesting, because normally diesel's a little more expensive than gasoline. So anyway, I will check in with y'all later. So going through this part of Wisconsin, we're coming up on Bangor and Coon Valley. Going through this part of Wisconsin, there's a kind of smell about it, like driving through West Texas with all of the natural gas and stuff, the kind of smell that the air takes on. The air here has a kind of a smell to it, and it's not manure, because I know that smell, so it's not, you know, from fertilizing, but I don't know, maybe treating the soil with nitrogen or something. I don't know, it's just a smell that permeates the air, and like I said, it's not manure. That would have to be Nebraska, because that's what Nebraska smells like, is load of bullshit, you know, kind of thing. So, but this is not manure. This is something else. It smells chemically, but it is permeating the air, and I only just hit it. It wasn't over where I got my gas. So we just crossed the Mississippi River into Minnesota, and there was a little signage kind of thing that said something about the headwaters of the Mississippi. So all I know is that it seems to be like a great big water area that goes for miles. So I can see why, if this is the headwaters of the Mississippi, I can see why they say it is, because there is water here that goes for miles in all kinds of directions. Unless it's one of the lakes. I don't know, is there a Great Lake that comes over this way? I don't know. All I know is that water goes on for miles here, and the little sign said the headwaters of the Mississippi, so that could very well be. It's pretty interesting, though. I did not know that Minnesota was mountainous. Well, for that matter, I didn't know Wisconsin was mountainous either, because I did a lot of uphill driving in Wisconsin, and I'm doing some now in Minnesota. But I don't know, I guess it would make sense with glaciers and stuff that there would be some steep hillsides here that could be called mountains. So anyway, it's really pretty here in Minnesota so far. I am coming up on Winona, Minnesota, and lots of houses tucked up in the hillsides, which I would imagine are a lot safer here than they are in California, just because they're built on rock here and on sandstone there. So anyway, it's really pretty here. I will check in with you later.